Hi, just having a look at this custom shortlist facility in Gold Profits. It's extremely powerful. It's a database query, I guess, on seasonal stats. One I put in is a very simple one. That the query is for the periods of the game where I most usually place a bet or a trade, to see whether a team in any of today's fixtures, whether a team has scored more than 49% of the time, and that presumably then looks like it's filtered down all those games that apply. So it's picked up all the games where there's a goal in the final 15 of the first or second half, which is really nice. Playing around with it, I noticed that you can get dramatically, well, not dramatically, but you can presumably on a Saturday it would be dramatic, but you can get different results with fairly minor tweaks here. For example, scored or conceded will give you different results. Using the average as opposed to either team will give you different results. So you have to be careful here, because you can get carried away with over-analysing a fixture or a set of fixtures. So I just stick with scored. Scored is more important to me than conceded, and having a big percentage on one side as opposed to an overall average between the two teams is more important to me. So looking down the list here, you can see this first fixture in Egypt stand out really, in as much as each team has scored in that last 15 in 4 out of their 8 home and away games respectively. One of them's actually conceded in 4 of them, so subject to scoreline, that's an interesting one. It's also interesting to note that there's a very large percentage of games that had a goal in the last 5 minutes, and that's very attractive to me because it's cheap in the last 5 minutes. I don't know a great deal about Serbia, but one that's been picked up here is actually being played at the moment. We're 0-1 at half time. And the moment has passed. There was a 50% strike rate on the home team scoring in the last 15 of the first half. But I had a look at Partizan and noticed that they just don't concede in the first half. They did in their first 2 away games of the season, but since then it's been plain sailing. They don't concede. So regardless of what the home team was or wasn't going to do, I decided to steer clear of that, and half time is 0-1. So we're kind of, I suppose, short of material on this search. There is, although I do have a window of 10 AM to 4 PM, so I'm guessing if I go from around 4 PM up to 8 PM, we'll get some more. We have another Serbian one there, and we have Atletico Madrid. I have to shift from my mind that Atletico Madrid are a bit more adventurous, or I have to shift from my mind that they aren't an adventurous team, because they're a bit more adventurous this season. So it's possible I'll take a look at that in the second half. You can see they've got a good record of hitting the target in the last 15 minutes, and there's a reasonable chance of a goal in the last 5. The Serbian one here looks okay actually, but I just don't know enough about the league, so I'm not sure whether I'd take that on. The away team does score plenty, but from the little I've seen, these leagues they can be pretty tight for goals. Anyway, there's a couple there, Egypt and Spain, that I'll look at, but I just thought I would express my initial thoughts on this custom shortlist. It does look extremely powerful, but my initial thought would be, given the fact that I'm a very basic trader and better, I would not want to overcomplicate things too much by creating too many conditions in this. It's very good at what I need it for at the moment though, and we shall see how these games turn out. Thank you.